Today is my own time. Tomorrow can't be reckoned.
Like most people, my first point of contact with the Shakers was through their furniture. Their design, through their beautiful villages. The Shakers are known as furniture makers, as a very peaceable society, which they are. But the story of the Great Divorce shows a very different side of the Shakers, the darker side of the society, the hidden costs of what it means to join a society that require that all adherents give up property, sexuality, family, basically any kind of sense of individual identity.
Though much to be regretted.
Eunice Chapman was an early 19th century mother. Her estranged husband, James, he was an alcoholic, and he was abusive as a husband. A woman in this period, in this era, was considered civilly dead. She had no legal identity apart from that of her husband. At this time, Eunice had 3 young children, and he basically abandoned them and left them to fend for themselves. And he had no intention of coming back.
Go plant your vineyard.
He met this amazing, inspiring group of people called the Shakers, who wanted to help him be a better man. And that meant going back to the family that he had abandoned and doing right by them.
The earth is renewed.
For James to become a Shaker, he would have had to bring the children into the society or otherwise provide for them. It was his privilege, his priority as a father, to do with the children as he pleased. And essentially he threw them in a wagon and took them off to live with this celibate, perfectionist society that Eunice didn't want to have anything to do with. He was perfectly within his rights to remove the children.
May I see as I am seen.
The Great Divorce is a story of a mother's love. It's a story of a mother who lost her children, had no hope of getting them back, and went after them with a vengeance. I think when I first discovered this story, I felt a connection to the narrative. I was really coming at it from the Shakers' point of view. You know, during the process of investigating and writing the story, I became a mother myself. And that definitely transformed the way I approached this. When you read Eunice's words, when you read some of her letters that are incredibly vindictive, when you see some of just the over-the-top actions she took, it's really hard to believe that somebody would just go this far, would become so extreme. But as a mother, I mean, now I see why you would do that, you know, why you would do anything it took. At bottom, she was a mother who really loved her children and would do anything to bring them home.